And we are back. So, last we left off, the Emberfellas have found themselves, after slaying some strange, bizarre creatures that could not be identified appropriately, in the alley behind the Dusty Trader. Everyone, except for Dayu, who is very grudgingly guarding the back door in an alley as the rain begins to pour down over a straw hat. The rest of the party is behind the false door down into the basement, in a very large room full of strange implements and devices, as well as an interesting statue, and dare I say, sarcophagus, as someone mentioned before. There are some notes scrolled out on a table, and that, my friends, is what we're picking up. There are 2 bells on the ceiling. One of them is ringing. One of them is not. And you cannot hear the pattering of rain or any noises outside of this room. Go. As Zoltkar,
yes,
I will say this at this point, you've kind of like taken a step away and you've realized that whatever this thing is that you just touched, you had a
pretty bad idea
connection for a moment, but hopefully there will be no residual effects as your training kept yourself from possibly the worst of it.
So, how far above me is the bell that is ringing?
You're looking at about a 12-foot ceiling.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna move my sword up and just...
Yeah, I was about to say.
So is it a string is pulling it?
It's a string.
And I'm gonna not cut it, but just put some tension on the string to see if it'll stop the ringing.
It does. Yeah. If you pull the tension, if you kind of pull the tension out.
He's got the bell stopped. Can I hear anything else now?
Nope.
Now that the bell stopped.
No, you do see, of course, you see Rogar, and you see your new large bovine friend, Atlas, who has made his appearance. Exactly. Looks like the Grim Reaper walking down the steps here. I'll say Brevrak, Zoltkar. Well, Zoltkar, you're fine. You will recognize the lantern at least. Brevrak, go and give me a religion check, please.
18.
18. So yeah, you also easily recognize not only the lantern, but the vestments that is about his person. You would recognize him as a priest of Mito, the chaperone of souls.
Are fur blogs common or common?
No,
it's a big city.
Very rare. I will say Zoltkar would be the only one that would know for a fact out of all of you that there are a handful of full furbolgs within the dynasty. Most of them live in the mountains above the city of glass, above Valvrak. There is a temple towards the precipice, and a few of them can be found, and they have a connection with nature that has aided them in some interesting studies. So, be that as it may, Zoltkar, you're the only one who knows that. No one else fucking knows anything. And it's still exceedingly rare. This is a very rare thing. Almost as rare as a albino-looking dragonborn.
So I'd be familiar, but still surprised at seeing one.
Yes.
Definitely making note of that for my next conversation with the folks.
He's over 8 feet tall. So
yeah. Anyone who comes close to dwarfing friend Rogar gets Zoltkar's attention.
Roman, we have engaged in battle on the streets above. We were victorious.
All we could hear down here was this incessant ringing bell that friend Brevrak has silenced, but there are no other sounds in this crypt.
Wait, I found this. And I pull out the
horn pages.
Perhaps you can tell me I'm very confused by it.
What's
Perhaps it will tell us what this room is. Not thinking there's a ledger behind me.
What is it?
These are pages.
The pages you tore out. What language are they in?
A large ledger. Just looking at them, they are in Goblin.
Mm-hmm. I can read Goblin.
And you can read Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
They are in a. It's not exactly a refined hand, but they're definitely legible. By no means is this like a stupid person writing something.
It's like a nice professional email.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right. It's just an 11, so
11. Okay. Yeah. With an 11, you will notice that this apparently is part of a ledger. You can tell that easily enough. There is documentation of things being received, things being sold. This looks like the pages that you see look like a manifest of what may or may not be down here. But it looks like you're not seeing the whole picture. Do you approach the full ledger?
Yeah, let me go take a look at the whole ledger.
Okay. While he moves over to the ledger, I'll tell you what you get, Dan. You find that this ledger belongs to a hobgoblin named Drulvak, a seeker of antiquities. And apparently he was the owner of the Dusty Trader. And judging by the contents of what you see in the ledger being stored and sold, and the fact that all of this stuff is behind a false wall in the basement, you see some things that, if, I don't know, if there was a certain person that wasn't standing in an alley outside and was inside the building, would notice that there are boxes in this room that might be related to trade in the Mar. Interesting enough, it looks like this merchant was selling and becoming a bit of a front for Clan Giant's Blood.
Okay.
In the Devil's Market. He's helping move and store goods for them. Him being very close to the gate and acting as a staging point for certain things. Now, it does appear that he is dealing in... Which one?
The name of the person who wrote the ledger?
Drulvak.
Gotcha. Drulvak.
Rogart, the people outside that we just laid waste, they look a lot like these two. I'm guessing these two are your friends, and those two were some sort of... Why were they looking like your friends?
There
Have
was
they been
another
targeted?
me. He was on the roof. There was another one of me. You slew him?
Well, there was another...
Well, they sort that out.
He looked like Breverac, right?
I'm going to go up the stairs and let Dayu know that there is evidence of the Mar down here.
Okay. I will say, Zolkar, as
and
you pass
quite a bit
of
activity.
As you pass up the stairs, you get to about the second or third stair from the top. And suddenly, you can't hear the bell, but you hear the pattering of a heavy rain.
So as I notice that, let me do like a perception or whatever might see if I can, like there's a spell or something.
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check around here. Oh, it's a 14. It was almost a 20.
With 14, since we've been dancing around this for so long at this point, I will tell you that with that, you can deduce at this point that there must be some kind of enchantment in this room below that acts as a silencing agent. No sound can pass through. However, Zolkar, you look towards the back door. The back door is open. Upon a close inspection, you see that there's a small little wire running up to the top of the door. And then you look across the hall to the front door that's closed. Huh. Interesting. And then you poke your head out and see Dayu in the alley.
Okay. Sounds like it's kind of like a doorbell, literally a doorbell, and lets them know which door is open.
You could probably deduce that the person who owns the establishment, you cannot hear in or out, and so they fashioned a means to know if someone was entering their shop.
Yeah, fair enough. So I need to let Dayu know that there's significant Mar activity that's been laundering through this facility.
Yeah, if only Tuk was alive. Did you find the owner?
Got his name.
Be good at investigating.
Got his name, and what was the other organization involved?
You can tell. You see the name of the main warehouse that Clan Giant's Blood uses.
Yeah.
So you can make the connection that this has obviously run through them.
Yeah. Also involving Clan Giant's Blood.
That makes sense. That was Tuk-Tuk's gang. I have a feeling we're going to be paying them a visit later on anyways. Anything else?
There's plenty of stock down here. So did I determine the false wall?
You did. You saw it at first. You were the first one to discover it.
Yeah. So, and the cellar itself is enchanted against sound and plenty of other spells down there too.
Well, there's also some dead things in the alley back here as well.
Those imposters.
And they looked similar to you.
Too similar from what I hear.
If you glance, are you going to glance at the corpses, Zoltkar?
Yeah, as he mentions them.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a straight 10.
10? It's hard to tell. You're not exactly sure what the hell that is. It's obviously something. I'll say with a 10 at least, you can tell that it's obviously something not natural.
Right. But definitely it's going in my next report.
Okay. All right.
So, whenever you get done with your investigation, I'll be here.
All right. So back down to the cellar I go.
Okay. You move back down to the cellar. In the meantime, Rogar, Brevrak, Atlas, are you guys doing anything down in the cellar while this is happening?
I'm going to point out that there's the big table that underneath the. Did you put the cloth back?
Yeah, he did.
Zoltkar? Yeah.
Yeah, he was moving to. So I'm assuming after he snapped free, he would have put the cloth back over it.
There's something that shape. The sorcerer, he pulled the cloth away, and it was a statue, but it felt very wrong. I felt an urge to grab it, but at the same time, it made me feel very almost ill. Beware, just beware.
Remember finding any of this interesting?
Probably not.
Okay.
So you're saying don't touch the sheet?
I am not going to.
And also, what is this place that we are in? I don't know. Why are you guys here? I know Rogar and I came in to get out of the rain. What is this place?
Well, this is appears to be a secret storage area underneath the Dusty Trader.
What is the Dusty Trader?
This is the building that you came in above. There's a shop, a well-known shop.
Like a general store or something?
Proprietary of of outfitter goods as well as many fine items. It has been, how long has it been in the city for a long time?
Yes.
Okay,
And
so Breverac would actually know about it. Yeah.
They would deal in antiquities. They deal in ancient, like, sculptures and things for rich people to buy. That kind of stuff.
Magic items?
Possibly. But for the most part, magic items are usually supplied through the clan itself. This isn't like this isn't an official dealer.
Now,
Magic
I guess
items.
That's a good question for the DM. How much does Atlas know about the Mar and the gangs and stuff
I will
like
say,
that?
I got a question that's going to answer that. Okay.
All right. Everyone in the dynasty knows about the Mar.
Okay.
Everyone knows they exist. Now, that's the same thing of us realizing, like, oh, yeah, the Mafia exists, but do you actually know someone? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But yes, you would know of the organization for sure.
Now we've been talking about would Breverac, as his role as a guard and that would I recognize that this appears to be a storehouse of the Mar?
You would at least recognize it that it's very shady and it has the same feel that's associated with them. And as far as you know Breverac, because you know a little bit more about what's going on just because of your kinship with Glazig, the captain, and his holy war against the Mar. That as far as he knows, they don't have any influence in the merchant quarter, and yet here's evidence to the contrary.
I'm going to relay basically part of that.
Yeah.
That in my duties, I have my captain has told me much of the Mar. It is a criminal organization that works in the acquisition and fencing of different goods below the eyes of the magistrate, avoiding taxes, even magical items, which, as you know, can be great prohibitions on. And I'm curious about this because this looks like it could even be associated with them, some kind of storage area.
With that knowledge being dropped, does anybody want to look at anything down here?
Rogar is more interested in trying to, since he's not interested in the items themselves that much, he's interested in trying to find evidence of blood, struggle.
All right.
Because we're here for a murder.
Yes,
and so he's looking for those type of things.
All right,
down here at least.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. I think it's an investigation check.
It probably is.
It is. It is.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Because I'm
you guys
also
kind of
going to
tag team this.
I'm going to look for blood and smell or any.
So go ahead and just roll at advantage, Rogar.
Okay. 18.
18,
Nice.
Not bad at all. So here is what you will find, Rogar. First off, as you get close to the center table, where the statue is being obscured, you will notice that there are several implements on the table itself. One of them, you're not familiar with the kind of work, but ironically, Atlas is eerily familiar with this type of instrument. It appears to be a chisel and a small hammer for intricate detail, such as the kind that might be used on headstones to chisel in fine details. So you see that laying nearby, and you would probably notice that there are a few crumbles of greenish black soapstone along the tip of the chisel itself. You would also notice, Rogar, looking around, that you see a few strange stains and puddles near the 3, as so eloquently put, sarcophagi along the right wall. The boxes themselves are made out of a strange material, strange kind of rock. And you see a series of, they almost look like decorations to Rogar, but they might be language. It's hard to tell. Something very unfamiliar. And there is a locking mechanism along the sides that is alien, like nothing you've ever seen before. It's metal, but it doesn't look like there's a key or anything of that sort. It's hard to understand. However, Rogar, something about the lock itself is reminiscent of something you've seen in the past. And it looks... you see it a lot, almost like a sigil on the side that looks very familiar to the locks that were on several doors in a certain abandoned facility that you may or may not have woke up in a long time ago. There are the stains around the sarcophagi are
fresh?
No, they're not fresh, but they don't look as old as the stuff laying around here. With an 18, you probably see that they look to be at least a few days. Days. Not necessarily a week, but at least a few days old.
Does that match up with the timetable for the murder?
No, it does not.
Doesn't. Rogar would point all this stuff out. Chisel.
Yeah.
To the other two in the room. The sarcophagus, the locks that look similar to a facility that Rogar was held in at one point. He'd all say this very boastfully.
Yes.
They foolishly tried to hold the son of Amu. They failed. These locks appear to be the same. They were used to restrain.
Were they on the...
These were the ones... This was the lock that was on the armory, and also the lock that was on the gate that you had to have a special...
Yeah, a special
stone to leave.
And
yes.
Rogar was confused by arcane locks.
He was.
Yes.
He was indeed.
Yes.
So this would all be very confusing.
So was Tuk-Tuk.
Tuk-Tuk.
Arcane lock. I know this. This is what this is.
I don't know if they know what an arcane lock is, but Rogar says
whatever.
it. And
We searched for a stone that would unlock these things. Look at this blood here. It appears to be relatively fresh. A few days, no more.
You also, Rogar, as you're kind of looking around, you see a crate. There are tons of crates and things in here that is half open.
Okay.
And you see shiny things inside the crate.
Rogar will take a peek. His dragon heritage.
And you pull off the lid.
Yeah.
It's a good-sized crate. And within the crate, you find thus. Please. There it is. Okay. You find, amidst like hay and things like that, you find, looks like you're going to find 33 silver pieces, 6 gold pieces, 2 scrolls that have interesting clasps upon them, and a pouch containing 4 healing capsules. In addition to that, you also find a... Well, no, you wouldn't find it. That's all you get for now.
Okay. Rogar, as he slings open the wooden crate, his blue eyes kind of dance with the shinies in his vision. He thinks to himself, "This would make a fine tribute for Amo," and starts to grab the things. "I have found something of worth over here," and lets the others know that he is looting things.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look at the scrolls. Knows that they're valuable, but does not look at them. Doesn't like to read things if possible.
You're gonna hand them to someone else at this point?
He will hand them to someone else.
Yeah,
probably.
I'll say that Zoltkar and Dayu, you're both down here at this point.
Okay.
Well, you were coming, Dayu, right?
No.
Okay, well, then just Zoltkar, you will
Listen,
make it back down.
I can read.
Rogar most likely would hand it to the shaman.
I imagine that, yeah.
Yeah. He would hand it to the shaman. Once we are up, I will divvy out the money. Is good for drinking.
It is.
And he will also explain what he saw to Zoltkar, and as Zoltkar being the only person who experienced the dungeon with him,
Yes.
he will point out the locks that were on the special doors, the dungeon, pointing out the blood, asking him, should we try to find the stones to open these locks, or should we try to search the rest of the building upstairs for perhaps the murder scene or the site of the killing?
Both of those would be worthy endeavors for sure.
I think we should continue our investigation upstairs, but perhaps.
I did hand the 2 scrolls to Zaltkar, by the way.
So
Okay.
you're gonna look at them, Zoltkar?
Yeah, do I know what
You
they
open
are?
the seal. You look at them, and you will know that you have in your possession a scroll of burning hands.
Ooh.
And a scroll of thunderous smite.
Wow,
yeah.
nice.
I guess I'll check out that chisel. You said there was some stone that
there
was
is.
next to it.
Go ahead and, well, let's see here. With you, because of the nature of what you do, go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage.
Thank you.
While they're doing that, I'm going to try and find just even a scrap of leather or something to basically
16.
stop the bell from ringing without me having to hold it.
All right. Atlas, you can tell that these implements have been used to chisel away something. You have probably an idea that to get further knowledge, you will need to remove the shroud on the statue and see if your hypothesis matches up.
Don't do it.
I guess I will remove the shroud.
Atlas kind of pulls it aside, staring at the unveiled statue of something unnerving. All of you, as soon as it's revealed,
Zaltkar whips his head around.
All of you
real
have
quick.
you have a feeling in your feeling in your stomach of wrongness. Even Rogar. And Atlas, looking at it with that investigation check, you will notice that there are 6 eyes. 4 of them have like a golden yellow stone gem set in them. The 2 bottom ones, the stones are missing. And there are subtle chisel marks where the stones have been removed.
Okay.
And
I
I'll also
will,
need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm not bad at those. That's good.
I know you're not.
There you go, 19.
Easily enough. You do feel the urge to reach out and place your bare flesh on the statue, but you stop You almost feel like a cold pull away from you. And quickly enough, you were unaffected.
Do I get the feeling that obviously somebody chiseled away a couple of the gems, but
Yes.
they had to touch them?
Oh, yes. They had to touch the statue to do so.
And touching the statue, I get the feeling it's bad with that charisma saving throw, right?
Yes. Very, very bad.
Now I'll cover it back up with a sheet.
Okay, you kind of throw the sheet back over it. And you probably unveil your findings to the others.
Looks like they used this chisel to remove the 2 gems.
I will say also, Atlas, you will have noticed while you had it open that there were chisel marks on the other eyes as well. As if all of them at one point had been removed.
Oh, but somebody put 4 back?
Somebody put 4 of them back.
Okay, I share that information because that seems important.
Why would
And
they
the
put them
statue,
back?
do I recognize the statue at all?
Give me a... Oh, shit. This is like esoteric. Give me an Arcana check.
Not good. 6.
6, no, you don't recognize it. It is unnerving. It could be a demon. It could be God knows what. It's obviously a depiction of something. You do get a sense of evil, of uncleanness whenever you look at it. So,
And do I get the feeling that, like, if someone put in the other 2 gems, they would power it in some way, based on that investigation check I made earlier? No,
no way to know. No way to know without trying.
Yeah, but we don't have the gems, right?
No, as far as you haven't found any gems. Relaying that information about the gems, Zaltkar, you, even with your shitty investigation check earlier, with this information in line, it lowers the DC low enough for you to now know.
I put the pieces together.
The rest of what could have been unveiled, as you would know that, as you read into the ledger that Drulvok apparently had a vice for women. And particularly Lady Elinoa of the Red Lotus.
Elinoa of the Red Lotus.
He would apparently even deal in some more esoteric wares, and he acted as a front for Clan Giant's Blood for extra gold. You would also know that as he details that he has like small scrawlings next to certain things, that it was not uncommon for him to take items that he saw had little value and dismantle portions that may have garnered some more funds for his vice. You would also have a detail that he may or may not have also, as you kind of look around the room, especially on the desk, you would see tools used in jewelry, like crafting. Jeweler's tools. There we go.
Tools, yes. Anywhere around the workbench, do I see these, where I like the missing stones?
You do not.
I'm wondering if these stones might be what opened the door, but I'm not willing to touch that statue.
So, what are we doing now?
Roar is going to suggest going upstairs and trying to find the murder scene if knowing more information is given to him. So that's all.
Before we go, should we try to grab your friend? He's outside for some reason. Maybe would we like to see why he's out there? I don't. Maybe he would join us.
The Elder has strange beliefs. I am unsure of all of them, but I doubt we would be able to persuade him to enter this place. He is said.
Why- I'm headed
Why
upstairs.
do you call him the elder?
He is old.
Ah,
Clearly, the oldest among us. And
Doesn't
starts to
look
walk
very
up the
old.
stairs. An elder deserves respect as he walks up the stairs.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm
trying
gonna go
to find-
outside and try to get the
find
elder.
murder.
Okay. So Rogar, Brevrak, Zoltkar, do you guys move upstairs as well?
Yeah.
As Rogar is walking up the stairs, he's gonna talk to Ernest, Atlas.
Why were you tracking those demons?
Well, I've been called to hunt those that should be, should remain undead, and I sensed that there was something wrong with that creature. He seemed to be undead or something similar. So I was drawn to him.
You were
To
drawn
kill
to
him.
this. Do you live in this city?
I don't really live anywhere. I travel. I go where my God sends me, and I am a follower of Mito, and I protect the Twilight. And the Twilight should be a place of rest and respite, and not a place to be scared of. Dead things that have come back to life. So I protect the Twilight. I send them back to death where they should be.
In my experience, the Twilight is quite deadly. The most fearsome animals come out.
It is
The
also
beginning of
where you rest, though, right?
The foolish rest at the beginning of Twilight, only to be slain. Have you ever met a Yeti?
I have seen a Yeti. I have not encountered them. I've not battled a Yeti, but I have seen them.
They will tear you limb from limb and play with you for fun and entertainment. Truly.
But that is why I protect the night. That is why I battle those at night, because the night should be a place of peace and respite.
I was born in the dark.
I was born in the dark.
I was born in the darkness.
Hold it by it.
As you enter the above floor, as you pass through that second to third step from the top, you hear the rain coming in once again. The three Brevrak, Zoltkar, Rogar. To shorten this up, you find nothing of interest in the rest of this building. Nothing else that is, now we'll say, interesting in so fact that there are like relics and things just kind of laying around here, but not so much of any monetary value or anything related to the slaying of the supposed owner of the Dusty Trader. You do have some knowledge at your fingertips now.
Any draconic relics that are in this place?
Why don't you give me just roll me a d20.
Oh, let's
Let's see what we got.
roll D20. 18.
18.
Ooh.
With an 18, I will say that you do find something. It is upstairs. Once you go upstairs, there is a portion that is an official warehouse where it looks like the goods from the main floor are kept. And you see hidden behind a shroud, and I'm going to give you something a little extra to go with this, as you did so well.
Cool.
As you pull the shroud to the side, something about it kind of calls to you, and you find a large dragon fang.
Actual dragon?
From an actual dragon. It's big. It's about the size of a dagger. Now, it hasn't been fashioned
Sure.
in any way. There's a fang laying there. Now, this is valuable. Very valuable. It's just kind of sitting up there. In addition to that, laying next to it, you will find You will find it's a set of boots.
For the boots?
It's a set
Roger
of
can't wear
boots.
boots, can he?
I don't think they would fit on Rogar.
Damn it.
Unfortunately.
Mm.
All right.
Rogar has like talon feet.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
these are a set of boots
I accept that.
fashioned for a normal sized person.
Yeah.
Mm.
Atlas is out.
Wouldn't work with Atlas either. Yeah.
He's huge. He's got like clown feet. He's
I'm not
he's
there
thin.
anyway. I'm going back out.
He's got big
Find
feet.
Dai.
I mean, he's 8 feet tall, for God's sakes.
Yeah. But
So
They seem valuable, or they seem like something important.
not only do they seem valuable, now they look weathered, but something about them, Rogar, they seem.
I do have detect magic.
Yes, you do. You would have to use it first
Yeah.
off. But Brevrak and Zoltkar are the main ones up here. Zoltkar, you especially, because of the nature of your deity, you would recognize that these boots are in fact magical. And
Boots.
you will see that these.
I want them.
Jesus. Go ahead and give me.
Everybody-
I
a-
know. I could tell.
They don't fit my big ass though.
give me an Arcana check, please.
You sound like Zakar.
You
or
want
Dai
an Arcana
boots.
check from me?
Yes, please. These are going to either Brevrak, Zoltkar, or Dayu.
I got a.
Oh.
I got a So Zoltkar has no idea what these boots do.
I
He
just
knows
know
that
they're
they are
magical.
magic in nature.
I know they're magical.
Rogar will take them. He does not care about stealing. So Rogar will take it. We will take this. I do not know why they have this. And with reverence, he'll grab the fang. They should not have this at all. And take the fang. I know it's probably a long shot. No indication on like any other details on the fang, like as far as like perhaps age or
Type of dragon.
yeah, perhaps type of dragon. If
You
it
know
looks
what?
similar to
Give
Amu's.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll say this because you're so in depth with this. You can give me a history check at advantage.
Okay.
Ooh. With advantage.
10.
Okay. With a 10, you can tell easily it does not look like a white dragon thing.
Okay.
That's about as good as you're going to get. No,
That's
it is
fine.
definitely, and it is definitely an adult-sized fang.
Okay.
Amu is an ancient.
Ancient. Yeah. So
His
it's smaller.
are way bigger than this.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's about what you get.
Yeah. If that's all, yeah, they'll walk out to find Dayu and Atlas.
And Atlas kind of
Yeah.
hamming it up. I don't know what they're doing out there. Who knows? They're doing something out in the rain together. Dayu's just shaking his head. The bodies are still laying here.
Dayu's chewing on a piece of straw.
Yeah, he's got one piece of straw. Go with his
One
hat.
piece-
Pulls
one
it out of his
single-
hat.
One single piece of straw. Hangs out.
I've got my hood up because it's raining. You know.
It is raining. But yes, you
Looking
don't
like the
find
Grim
anything
Reaper.
else as far as that's concerned. You don't find anything else interesting. You guys have discovered pretty much almost everything you could discover in this building.
Well,
And
that's
that
why I
is
was coming to get Dayu to see
it.
if
It is.
he wanted to come inside and take a look around.
Oh yes, Brevrak. I forgot to mention. One thing would have caught your eye as well. Down in the main store, down below, specifically actually down in the basement, you would have seen this already. There was a pair of katanas, full size, both of them full size. They looked old, very old. They don't look magical in nature, but they
Do
look.
they look like really artisan?
They
like
look well
battle worthy,
crafted.
but we could, well
Yes.
crafted.
They look well crafted. Yes.
Hattori Hanzo. All right.
No.
Okay.
They're not
Um,
famous by any means, but you just see a pair of katanas laying down. here.
Now, are they down?
They're in the basement. Yes.
I have no qualms taking them from there.
Going down.
So.
Snatch those up.
mhm, mhm. And the 5 of you all reconvene. Where are we going from here, boys?
So there's still 2 corpses of...
Oh yeah, they're still there. They're laying there in the street. There's like almost their kind of pinkish, blackish flesh has almost completely melted away, revealing a skeletal structure. It looks humanoid, but not like anything normal.
There's just sewer grate or
massive hole.
Any place we can.
There's no sewer grate. There is plumbing in Port Torona, but there is nothing just nearby. You would have to go drag them somewhere. Now, Brevrak, with your knowledge of the city, you would know that there are places that you might be able to stuff someone.
How far away?
Not too far.
How long a journey?
Not very far at all. A few minutes. You'd have to carry the creatures there.
Big one. I think we should hide these. Will you help me carry these? I know a place where we can get rid of them.
Rogar would have told Dayu what he had discovered down below before he tries to hide these bodies. Does Zalkar tell us about the Red Lotus? Was it Red Lotus?
Yes, the Red Lotus.
Yes.
If he does, I want to say that Rogar overheard the Zalkar tell him about the murders before, and a woman in the samurai district,
geisha.
A geisha.
Huh.
And
might work at,
he was shaman. Perhaps it is this woman in the samurai district that you and the elder have ventured forth and small tuk-tuk would venture to and discuss things. Perhaps they are there. Unfortunately, I do not know if I can help you in this task of investigating, but perhaps this priest, this Twilight, will be able to assist you.
Perhaps indeed.
And of course, the Armored One. And he will walk over towards Brevrak, and he'll probably throw the boots to Dayu.
Okay.
And I have found these, Elder. Perhaps you could make use of them. And he'll grab the remains, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't know how
they're pretty good size, and they're liquidy when you pick them up. It's gross.
It says something in the Draconic.
Yes.
And
What does he say? Because I understand it.
do you?
Ooh, he speaks Draconic.
Giant's piss. As
And I say back, indeed.
Gross. There's 2 bodies. Brogar's got 1.
I got a question for the DM real quick.
Yes.
My lantern,
Yes.
just to make sure I understand it, because it's a lot. It says I can. It burns away the fog of death, revealing glimpses into the ethereal realm. Would
Yes.
that show me anything with these dead bodies
You
that
could
I
try.
thought were undead?
You could try.
I guess I'll use one of the instances and
Okay.
see what I see.
It lasts for an hour. I will say, as you pull this, you see there's almost a shine in Atlas's one eye, and the eye itself becomes ethereal. You can almost see into his head. And Atlas, you were looking at a version of this reality, completely encompassed in green, shimmering, emerald.
Awesome.
As you look around and everything is moving and swaying, and it's all, ironically, it's bright. You can see out to the distance of your dark vision, which is significant, being a Twilight cleric. I believe it's 300 feet.
300 feet.
Yeah, 300 feet. You can see out 300 feet. And that's as far as the range goes. and you are looking into the ethereal plane. As you look around, look down at the bodies look strange. They appear to have the same shape that is associated with the physical, and looking in this realm is odd because it's almost like two things sandwiched on top of each other, where they're moving and shifting. Think the Lord of the Rings.
I'm thinking Dresden Files, but
or Dresden Files.
Ring.
Either one.
Very,
they're
very
kind of
similar.
like sandwiched on top of each other, and they're kind of moving at almost a slightly off frequency. And you can see that there are, specifically when you look down at the corpses, where their face, if they had one, should be. There is an empty void, and it's not just like blackness, it is a void, like you're looking up into the night sky. It's unnerving to look at, and as most of the things in this realm are colored, almost like a greenish color, there's nothing on these corpses. They are like a blank slate. Unnatural, but that's about all you see. Now, unfortunately, you will have this vision for the next hour. So,
or fortunately,
you kind of see in a strange glimmering light.
It says up to an hour, so I guess I could.
You could, if you wanted to, you can make it go away.
I'll just roll with it.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask the DM this, because I've read different things, in different worlds. Mm-hmm. Do I find this to be like unnerving or like very intense? Would I want to push it away after I've used it, or
it's unnatural when you see this?
Am I used to using this light? Okay.
Yes, this is part of your order. You're trained to do this. This is usually used in the search for spirits that may be lingering beyond death. Sometimes they can only be seen and touched inside of this realm, and it's much easier to send them to where they belong if you can actually get a bead on them. So that's usually what this is used for.
Thank you.
Okay. So with Breverak's instructions, you guys easily, I'm assuming Breverak, you get the other body. Yeah. It's also like mushy and gross. As you pick it up, it kind of slides on you. You kind of
fold it over a few times.
Oh, no, sick. You move down the back alleys because you don't want to be out on the main street, even at this time of night, carrying corpses. And there is, in fact, almost like a grate that's between the five of you, easily moved, and you can shove these creatures into it. They don't quite fit, but you can smush them in.
Squish them in there.
And as they do, as you push the first one in, you hear a sickening plop as it plummets a few feet and then splashes into water beneath. I'm assuming you put the second in as well. And reattach the grate. There's residue all over this grate, and the kind of dirt and things around that even the rain isn't washing away for some reason.
Should we clear up these tracks, maybe? Push this dirt and gunk into the drain?
It is fine. And
I'll pull out my shovel and start to try to shove that dirt and shit in that grate.
Easily done. I mean, there's not gonna need a check for this. You're kind of pushing shit in. What is our next destination? It is the middle of the night. Very late, I might add.
Do we want to be caught out? Do we want to be caught out on the streets at dawn? Or do we want to go back to the inn and plan? The guards will be out, and they will be looking for us.
It's late in the night, early morning.
It's very late. You're in early morning. You're like 1-2 o'clock in the morning at this point. And another day has
Nothing good
passed
ever
on the
happens
calendar.
after midnight. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just
Rogar
saying
looks-
nothing ever good happens after midnight.
Roger looks to the other party, his other party members to see what they want to do.
Bradbury's gonna really kind of lean and brothers, just taking a whim. Brothers, I believe it would be wise if we got back to shelter.
Dude,
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be out this late after all that we've seen. Head back to the Crooked Plank.
Okay.
didn't y'all say that the Crooked Plank was closed or something?
No,
Never closed.
never closed. Always
What
open.
was the one that was closed after my death? After Totok's death?
Well,
Something else. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
no, they took you in the back of the Crooked Plank, but they didn't close it down. I don't think.
No, it wasn't close.
Okay.
So you guys all move back to the Crooked Plank. Atlas, this will be a first time for you seeing the unveilment of a place full of debauchery and promiscuity. You can tell me if Atlas, as far as I don't have anything prepared when it comes to this for the priests of Mito. Celibate, not celibate, up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Sure.
As long as you are adhering to the tenets of Mito, then to each his own.
Sure. Yeah, I would say he's not necessarily celibate, but it's been a very long time, and he doesn't just do that with anyone.
That's fair.
It's got to be something going on there.
Does he
I would
drink?
also say a little, not. He doesn't really get drunk
Not heavily.
unless it's like a really special occasion, but he will have a drink
All right.
or two.
Fair enough.
I will also say before we go into this place, I will cast Disguise Self
Mm-hmm.
and make myself look like a average size hobgoblin, but kind of wearing the same clothes so that my friends here know. And I'll tell them before I do it. I'll say, you guys have all seen, I am not a normal creature. I draw a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to change how I look for now. And I'll change into, someone that's around the town that was like a hobgoblin or just like an average person.
Okay. That's fair.
But still wearing the same sort of clothes.
Okay. Yeah. Lantern, everything kind of on display as you.
Shaman, he rivals you and really change his shape.
Mm.
Trickster, he may be after all.
Rogar will immediately look towards Breverac. He gets right in his face.
Can you do it? Can you change your shape?
No, but apparently I can make another of myself and not know how.
Interesting.
Now let's drink.
And slam open the door.
Din's
Din!
behind the bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rogar.
Back so soon.
Rogar has returned.
Yeah, a couple people.
Exactly.
A couple people are like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bradbury's gonna do some gambling.
Gambling. Oh shit! You can try your hands upstairs. Okay.
I got a big tachi I'm gonna put up for stakes.
All right. As we move into the actual bar itself, Din behind the counter. I'm assuming we're going to attempt a short rest. Now, sleeping,
least, yeah.
Sleeping
Or
situation.
long.
There are only 2 rooms that exist, period. The other 2 rooms don't have doors on them and they're full of shit. So if Atlas is going to stay with you, I mean, does anyone want the strange, creepy guy sleeping in their room with them?
I'm not creepy.
Mildly
I'm
creepy.
friendly.
Smells
I'm
of
friendly enough.
smells of death slightly.
Oh, yeah.
He's welcome to stay in my room.
All right.
I'll keep
So
an eye on him.
Zodkar, thank you.
makes sense. Makes sense. So Breverak, you said you want to hit the tables.
Mhm.
First off, Breverak, you will notice that as you walk up here, you didn't spend that much time kind of fiddling about because you were too worried about showing your face previously. You're becoming more comfortable around these individuals. And you see that there is, in fact, a game being run tonight upstairs. And the ones running it have their kimonos down below their shoulders. There are tattoos exposed, specifically 2 dice, snake eyes.
I'm actually gonna go, sorcerer. Can you make me look like someone else?
I'm afraid that ability is restricted to myself alone.
What about you, monster? Do you?
Monster? My name is Atlas.
Priest, maybe.
Priest.
Actually,
yes.
I would recognize you as the priest. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Holy man, or I would just say he would actually be quite respectful. I'm sorry, Reverend Priest.
That's all right.
Perhaps you could do what you did to yourself and make me look like someone else.
Unfortunately, I can only do this once asleep and only for myself, I believe. Yeah, just for myself. This is a racial
thank you
thing.
anyways. I thank you anyways.
I'm sorry.
All right.
What about invisibility, though? Well, he wants to be.
I don't want to be
table?
invisible.
Approach the table, Breverak?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Breverak, you approach the table. The rest of you kind of settle in. You have a large greatsword. You're looking to unload. Is that what I'm?
Literally, I'm going to go over there like, let me stake this.
And
will you take it? And let me roll.
Yeah, there's the man running I should say man, the hobgoblin running the game kind of, big money. You're dressed like a guard.
I don't know. I thought I had a cloak over me.
Keeping the cloak on you? Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's, although you'll definitely hear some clinking. And,
definitely.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious at this point. And there is a guard on your sword that is reminiscent of...
That's right.
It's definitely a clan sword.
Mm-hmm.
As you put it on there, I don't know if I could take this off your hands, but it's worth quite a bit. What do you say, boys? And there's a couple other drunkards, mostly sailors, sitting around. Yes, let them roll.
I'm not worried about you taking it off my hands, though. I'm just here to see what I can walk away from the table myself.
A challenge, then. Fine. Let's see how lucky you are. Go ahead and roll me 2d6, Breverak.
I do not believe I'm going to be lucky.
And remember each number.
Okay.
I should have given him guidance.
A 5.
And a 4 and a 1.
A 4 and a 1. A 4 and a 1. Breverak, you take you call out, and before you say anything, before you call it out, the person running the game starts making a big show of moving the dice around and starting to take some bets from around the table. And as he slams it down on the table,
he's naked too, right? Like he's only got
his upper body's exposed.
Yeah.
Upper body's exposed. Slams it down, and he says, "Evens." And everyone that has placed a bet so far. He unveils it. And it's odds.
It's good for Brevrak, right?
So Brevrak, you look around. And a couple of them, beginner's luck. And they shovel some more money into the center. There's a pot now. Should Brevrak wish to leave, he could.
So I could just take the pot and my sword still?
Yep.
All right. Got to do it one more time.
Okay. This time, evens or odds, Brevrak?
Evens.
Go and roll me 2d6.
All right.
See what we got.
Ah,
What were the numbers?
4 and a 5.
4 and a 5. Unfortunately, you call out evens. And he makes another big show. Getting into it. It's going all over the place. And then boom, slams it on the on the table. At this point, a elderly, not necessarily elderly, but a well past their prime goblin with very missing teeth kind of comes up next to you. Ah, yes, got a high roller. She kind of slips her very disgusting like paw around your shoulder, touching you. And he unveils the dice. Odds. Better luck next time. Roll again.
So I just lost the sword in the pot, right?
Oh, yeah.
I take out my wakizashi. One more time.
Oh, I see. Go ahead and give me a perception checks, Brevrak.
No.
4. Brevrak. You see him once again grab the dice, and he does like a flourish, like this. He does a flourish. He starts moving them. He says, evens. Slams him down. Pulls the pot away. It's even. Takes your wakizashi, scoops it towards him. Sorry about that, Shroud. But looks like these are mine. Play again. Perhaps I could interest you in a bit of a contract of sorts.
Contract?
Yeah, we play for keeps around here.
Speak what you mean.
Well, let's just say that I could use an inn with the guard, and you seem like you could use a bit of cash, a little gold in your pocket.
I might have some gold already. What else do you have to offer? You asked for a lot, actually.
Not much besides that.
Speak more of this contract.
Good. And he'll kind of nod over, and someone else comes up to the table. Step into my office. And he takes 5 steps over. There's nothing there. It's another part of the room. Well, let's see here. These are quite valuable items. I'm not exactly sure what you did. But judging by the guard that have been stopping by here the past day or so, I'm assuming you're the one they're looking for. Let's just say I need somebody to move something for me, deliver something. And it takes a uniform to do so.
Just an item? A single item?
An item. No questions asked. I'll give you all your swords back.
Where does this item need to go?
Well, it's going to the Red Lotus.
Checking my notes over here. Trying to remember.
That is a very popular. What is the correct word for this? That would be
house? Tea. I think technically they're tea houses.
Yeah, I think it's
a tea house. Yes, a very popular tea house in the Samurai District.
Does it have courtesans?
It has geisha. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there would definitely be white shrouds there.
It is in the Samurai District. Like,
okay, yeah, all right.
It is visited by the wealthy. This is not a lowly establishment.
I'm gonna sit back and drink some sake.
Don't think too hard now. Could always keep these. Fetch a good price.
Are these DM? Are these like military issue swords? Are these given to hobgoblins?
Yes. These are these are like clan swords.
Is it like something like a family member would give to him, or is it like his commanding officer?
No, these would be like they come from just specifically the clan White Shroud Armory.
Okay.
You could tell by the guard where a katana originates in the dynasty.
All right.
For instance, Dayu's katana does not have a specific clan, but you can tell it has a very interesting origin.
All right. Who's going to help me out? Daniel? Evens or odds? Evens or odds?
Let's go
rolling
odds.
again.
I like odds.
All right. So odds. Taking the deal.
Let's roll it.
Not taking the deal anyway.
No, you're not.
He's taking it anyway. He's taking it anyway.
You're not taking the deal.
I feel like it's just going to get me in trouble. I'm really just trying to get rid of the swords. Anyways.
Yeah.
So,
You kind of not for me.
All right.
That's fine. You know, I'm always here if you need to get a little extra.
Well, hold these for me. Perhaps I will change my mind after a good night's sleep.
I'll hold them for you, of course. He takes your stuff and pushes past you and is moving downstairs and out the door. You will never see them again. They're gone.
That's fine. Yeah, that's just more evidence of who I was.
So okay. With that ending, are we attempting a short or long rest?
We're sleeping overnight.
Yes, which would be a short rest.
Short rest.
I guess it just depends if we decide if we're going to investigate during the day or in the evening.
I will say that depending on where you guys are going next, some establishments are not open at night.
Is the tea house open during the day or the
tea house is open at all hours of the day. It is open during the day and at night.
Okay. So I guess it doesn't matter. I'll leave it up to the others. Rogar doesn't
depends on where you're going, on who's doing what, who's reporting to who. Whatever you guys are doing, let me know what you're doing, and then we'll go from there.
Dai is taking a short rest because he has no need to take a long rest.
Okay.
Same here.
All right. So short rest it is. Does anybody want to do anything in the interim?
I would like to. Rogar, big one. May I see those boots?
I already gave him to Dayu.
Dayu has them.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Sorry.
So, anyone
Rogar,
else?
if he asked him that, Rogar would tell him he gave him that.
Mm-hmm.
Give him to the elder.
Oh, of course.
Is this nighttime stuff or is this daytime stuff?
Nighttime stuff. If anybody's doing anything, like, I don't know, certain people like to stare at things at night. I don't know.
I mean, Dio would put the bracelet on again, do the
Okay.
the meditation thing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
13.
Okay. With a 13, you sit there and you kind of focus, Dayu. You felt something the other day. You felt like you got visions. However, they're not coming to you. Maybe it's the death of a friend, at the very least a travel companion, and the strange things that you've seen lately, but you cannot grasp anything this night. Yeah, that's what you get from that. However, is anybody else doing anything funny in the middle of the night?
Say a little prayer to Mito before I go to bed.
Okay.
Rogar will drink.
Holy water.
I like that.
As the night passes, Dayu, the boots, as you spend the night with them, since no one gets anything identified in this party, you will know that these are boots of false tracks.
Ooh. That's probably the
Definitely went to the right person.
Get them.
Yeah, definitely went to the right person.
They were supposed to be for Tuk Tuk.
Aw.
When you said it, I was thinking that'd be good for a
They
rogue.
would have been really good for a rogue. But Dayu is a close second. So
Right, maybe Atlas will get something someday.
maybe I'll also get something. It's fine.
Someday.
Regardless, though, you guys spend the night. No need to do anything. The night goes uneventful here at the Crooked Plank, as it always does, for some reason. Don't know what that's about. But the next morning, you guys awaken, and you have the day before you. But there's some things we have to do, some upkeep that must be done. So, for the day, we are looking at... if you were to glance outside, you would see that it is raining still. And what's worse, it is apparently freezing rain. Not so much hail at this point, but getting close. There is bad weather outside. And in that, who was leading the party today, direction-wise? Dayu's been rolling for this recently. Still you, Dayu?
Sure.
Okay, roll me a D20, please.
16.
16. With a 16. All right.
You stop that laughing.
Yes. Hold, please. I must look something up.
Never good.
No, it's always good.
Nope.
What you're talking about. All right, roll me a D10, please.
Eight.
An 8. Okay. All right. So, where are we heading?
Lotus.
We're all going to the Red Lotus, all of us?
Not the place I'm not supposed to go.
No,
That's Fool's Gold.
That's Fool's Gold.
It's in Samurai District, correct?
It is in the Samurai District.
It's daytime.
It's daytime.
Rogar will probably not be going unless convinced otherwise, just because
It would be
it's giant
dangerous.
Dragonborn, and there's only one
Yeah.
entrance as I know of. So Rogar will wish them luck. Where wish you luck?
I don't really
No
want to go there
investigations.
myself right now.
Okay. Are we splitting the party?
Well, Rogar doesn't have much of a choice, so I mean, Rogar will stay. He
Try to
does
sneak
not.
in if you want.
I mean, I guess I
I'll
could
go with-
try. You know,
You
but-
try.
I
I'll
don't
go with
know. If we can Trying to think. There's got to be. All right.
I mean, they close the district at nighttime, don't they?
They close the district at night.
So
They like guard the entrances. Now, I will say, just because they guard an entrance doesn't mean there's not other ways in. Just no one has attempted to garner information on that.
Would there be a way I could purchase a disguise somewhere? Just bigger cloak or something like that?
Easily.
All right.
There's a guy downstairs that specializes in all kinds of weird things.
It's true. Rogar will chat up Din as he's drinking his morning
brew.
Morning brew.
Is there a way into this samurai district I hear
Well,
the others talking about?
There's always the gates. Just walk through them. You're in there. But I think I know what you're talking about. You want to go, Rogar.
Rogar slides a silver coin over towards him.
Yes. Memories coming back, Rogar. It always does with you. I don't know what it is. Well, let's just say that I have friends of friends that, Dayu might know a few acquaintances as well, that certain times of day and night that anyone can pass through if you've got the right credentials. Also, it's a little bit more risky, but you could always go through the sewers. I know a route. I could give you a map. Of course, you could always scale the wall, too. It's a little obvious, but doable.
Is the wall like completely guarded entirely around, or is it?
No, it's not. Like, they have people posted at the gates. Now, the walls are tall. This is like a 12-foot wall. And there are, little spiky things at the top of them. Mm-hmm. So it's not like an easy wall, but that doesn't mean it's insurmountable by any means.
Sure. Yeah. No.
I don't know if I would be able to blend into the samurai district, especially as a wanted man.
Well,
I too am concerned with the price that is currently on my head.
Like I said, I've got a few contacts you could speak with that could slide you through, or you could always take the sewers.
Well, I think you should go, Ahmad One, with the rest of the hunting party.
I do know the city probably better than most. Den.
You have a similar face to the most that walk around here. Unless you are you famous?
Well, you were there when I was on top of the temple. But
I saw for a brief moment and I ran. But
very true.
Aside from that, I don't really see him as famous. I mean, he's just one of the
just a card.
Use your judgment, Armored One. But I cannot easily hide amongst your people as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do have different weapons now, and perhaps with a little help, I can try to look a little bit different.
I wish you all a good journey, a good hunt.
I'm
Sid, what's on the menu? And he turns back around and says to.
All right, so I'm going to follow the party. I'm going with the party.
So Atlas, you're staying with Rogar?
No, actually, I was going to try to just go for a long rest. I'm just going to sleep in the room for a few more hours.
It's more than a few. It's like another
8?
Another 16 hours.
16 hours, yeah.
Oh, another 16?
It's a full day.
Yep.
Well, I'm saying, so we did a short.
Short rest
what I
is
was
8.
saying was,
yeah,
I was trying to. Oh, I thought double short rest was a long rest, so it's even more.
It's a full day. Yeah.
Well, in that case, then I'll Rogar, would you like some company, or should I go with the rest?
Rogar is starting to eat his meal and drink.
Din, is this priest not allowed in the Samurai district as well?
No, they might get some funny looks, but as far as I know, and he looks at you easily enough. Oh yeah. As far as I know, the chaperone is not banned in Porterona.
Yeah. Rogar will lean over to him.
I've been told to keep this quiet, but we are wanted men.
And he shows him his
Oh shit! He unfolds it.
unfolds his
Din's like, Rogar, come on now.
and you got to question yourself, where does Rogar keep this? Because Rogar doesn't wear a lot of clothes.
It's true. You know where he keeps it.
It's probably warm. That's all I'm saying. And Rogar shows it.
We are wanted men.
And he kind of glances around at the shaman, who probably looks like someone different this morning.
Always.
And Dayu, who's probably looking grim in the corner eating sushi or something.
Very true. It's over there.
Dayu is scribbling on a piece of paper and he's about to get up and walk out.
All right. Not saying a word. Sounds about right. And he's like, yeah. So
that is why we have to be very careful.
I take my very large hand and cover up the image of the wanted. Yes. I see it.
Yes.
Thank you for trusting me with this, Rogar. Your secret is safe.
We've got the death mark on 12 systems.
Exactly. Exactly.
With that unveiled, as far as I'm understanding this, then we're looking at Brevrak, Zoltkar, Dayu going to the Samurai District.
I'm going to go too. I'll go too.
Atlas as well. Okay.
Yeah, since I'm not going to rest, and he said he was good there.
Yeah,
right? That's what you said, right?
Rogar's chilling at the
he told me
tavern.
To go. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Rogar will probably, take a look at his new tooth during this time where they're off solving mysteries.
Mysteries, and he's by himself at home.
Drinking. Yes. Yes.
I asked him if you wanted me to stay there.
It's too bad.
No,
it's too bad.
He said go, right?
Yeah, he said go.
He
recommended going. The only reason Rogar is not going is he knows he would be a detriment. So
I will say, as you guys are approaching, it takes a little while to get to the Samurai District, but I'm going to need some stealth checks. Or now Zoltkar doesn't need to make any because he can just shift his form. Yes. Atlas, I believe, is yours on a long rest or a short rest? Your disguise self.
I
think it might be a long rest.
It's one of the spells listed on my spell list.
Well, no, it doesn't. It's not.
It says once per short rest.
Short rest. So you could do it again if you want to. Are you going to do so? It only lasts. It only lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah, I guess I would look around and ask. Rogar told me that you're wanted and your secret is safe. But should I disguise? Is this a dangerous place? I should disguise myself. I'm looking at Zoltkar and the crew, but.
And how common are what is it, Filbargs?
Rare.
Filbargs are super rare. And then
I would say
to see a priest of a very a god that no one wants to see is probably
it would be wise to shield yourself.
Okay. Disguise yourself. So I will only need stealth rolls from Dayu and Brevrak.
15.
15? How about Brevrak?
Oh, I seem to remember Brevrak doing I'm not optimistic.
Let's see. 7. That's great.
How many people are around me?
He said that's
Definitely.
There's quite a few people.
No,
today.
I mean
other?
like that would still be a 10.
Hey, 10's better than
That's
7.
pretty good.
All right, let's say face.
Okay, same face. So we'll make it a 10. So with that, you guys approach the gate, and there are 2 guards on duty, like normal. During the trip here, you don't see anything crazy happening. Now, we'll say, actually, you do see something crazy happening on the way here. As Breverak, Zoltkar, Dayu, and Atlas, unfortunately, Rogar's not here to witness this. As you are getting close to the main gates, you have to pass briefly towards the merchant district. And as you do, there seems to be a commotion happening nearby. You look over to your right, and there is a door bursts open to one of these mansions nearby, where some of the more wealthy merchants tend to live. And you hear a man screaming, Tezo! Tezo! As a half-elf man comes running out into the street, cupping his jewels. Is some kind of shaft protruding from his buttocks. As he runs out, looks behind him. There! And you see a very strange-looking hobgoblin down the road wearing a full set of plate armor, like something you would see in the Draconian kingdoms, with a large shield and a morning star on his hip. He's like, oh shit! As you see this half elf running. Dec'Lan, what the fuck did you do? And there is another figure comes running out the door. I'll fucking kill you! And he throws a firebolt as there is a mage in the streets throwing magic. Tezo shields him, and then they duck off into an alley. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of
The crossover no one expected.
It has been quite some time since I've seen a unicorn horn.
Oh my god.
That was strange.
So,
didn't know we were playing in a shared universe.
What an entertaining town.
So, with that, it's the end of the session, boys. End of the session. Had to get
Cooks everywhere.
Had to get it unveiled. It's great stuff. So we usually do favorite moments of the night. So let's go ahead and start off with good old Jumbo Smooth, old Rogar. Favorite moments of the night, sir.
Ooh, last part was pretty good. As far as like the main story, I would say probably the investigation underneath the store there. Finding out some eldritch nightmares or curses or something, linking together with the first dungeon we were trapped in. So yeah, all the mysteries afoot. I like that. So, and it links into the Red Lotus. So excited to see how that story plays out.
How about the old Funk Trunk? Favorite moments of the night, sir?
Favorite parts were definitely the last part. That was hysterical. That was fantastic. And otherwise, I really enjoyed the gambling scene and what went down there with Breverak and the GM. I thought that was GM thick. I thought that was very interesting and fun and clever. But yeah, just getting to be with the party with the new character is exciting, and that last little scene was hilarious. I joined you guys to go inside the death zone or whatever this place is.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what's going to happen?
Because Tuk never went into this place.
No, Tuk never entered. So
yeah.
Regardless, though, the man who's in 2 campaigns at once, Doobie 209, playing Dayu tonight. Favorite moments of the night, Dayu?
The callback to episodes 1 and 2. I'm just trying to tie things together. Also, if Rogar ever fiddles around with that piece of paper that Dahlia was writing on, it may have a haiku written on it.
Oh shit! Yes. Okay. Get to that. I'm into it. How about the Double D, the Big Dan deck?
Yeah, as noted, the appearance of one childless cuck, and then
Keep pushing, Dan. Keep pushing. Sword note.
He's been holding that in for like 10 minutes, I could tell.
But yeah, no, the mystery of the totem, the stone totem was pretty cool. Trying to figure that out.
You guys just left.
I really wanted
with you. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man. Well, we lost our bag of holding, and presumably did somebody get Tuk shit? We need that bag.
Stuff is gone.
Tuk didn't have a bag of holding. That's Murdoch McGlack.
Oh, that's another campaign.
Right. Different campaign.
I'm so confused. But the mystery of the totem was something I was really interested in, but I also didn't want to go absolutely insane. So
yes. How about the one of the kind of newest additions to the Emberfellas? Oh, Pierce Galactic. Revrac. Favorite moment, sir?
Well, I really like the very terrifying Cthulhu-esque statue that made us all very uneasy. But I think my favorite part was what Jeff said, and that was the gambling. I was hoping it was going to go much better, but well, it didn't. Either way, I actually accomplished my goal, which was to get away some identification swords.
Yep. They're gone now.
But it was a fun
they're definitely
scene,
gone.
It was fun. It was a fun and interesting scene.
So,
I actually had more that I was gonna play out with. I can't remember what the Toothless Wonder. I want to call her Daddy or something like that.
Whatever. At this point.
Yep. Just from the earlier sessions that you guys did before I joined, but I was just like,
get a gum job.
Too gross.
Yeah, you want that? Gee, come on.
Too gross.
Jeff.
Well, I've been
keep clean, Jeff.
Jeff, I've been warned in the past. I've been warned in the past.
Jesus.
So,
regardless, awesome, Pierce. I've been sitting on.
You put her in the scene.
I did. I put her in the scene. I guess it is my fault then.
Now, if I'd won, it probably would have been different. Kiss these for good luck.
Exactly. Yeah. I have been sitting on the Dec'Lan Tezo
for
a while now. And
that's fantastic.
You finally rolled it. You finally rolled on the encounter table to see it happen. And
that's why you were smiling.
I loved
so
it
hard.
so much. I loved it so much. It finally happened. Yes.
There's something to say, about the multiverse and events happening in different planes. They're very similar,
very
but
similar.
Slightly different.
This isn't Dec'Lan.
This is Dec'Lan.
Yeah. Well, he's a nexus being. He exists in all realities simultaneously.
Exactly. This event's probably happened, thousands upon thousands of times, just in slightly different ways.
Just different universes.
All of this has happened before, and all of it will happen again.
Multiverse.
Including this recording right here.
Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of this recording right here, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This has been Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. Thank you very much for watching. Do make sure to leave comments down in the comment section. Let us know what's your thoughts on the mystery afoot and the infamous Dec'Lan. So as usual, guys, I've been Jumbo Thick. Thank you very much for watching, and we are all looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a good day.
Emberfellas!
Out!